Just wanted to go over the acquisition dashboard that we have and showcase the numbers so that we understand how things are done. So here I am in Little Chicken and I am into acquisition dashboard where I've selected 3rd March as a reference date. In this, I've gone into the campaigns set and selected the platform data driven model, which is reporting directly from the platform. And then I've selected Google as an example, and then we'll look at Meta as well. You can see there are total 4 campaigns that are running, of which one is winner, one needs iteration, and 2 are business as usual. So I'm just into the all tabs and looking at all the 4 that are relevant. We have these campaigns. If I go to the Google Ads platform itself, you can see we have these 4 campaigns that are listed here as well, which is same as what we are listing here. Now if I were to go on the individual numbers for each of these campaigns, you can see they all match. For example, for this one it is 80.33 and 258.40, which is the overall where the purchase is the conversion event. So, and I can go here, you can see the cost is actually 80.33, so there is zero delta, and revenue against that, which is nothing but total value of conversion event, is 258.40, and you can see that that is exactly same. Now the interesting piece here is the ROAS number is very high. Generally, ROAS is ratio between the conversion value and cost. Because Google does not provide a ROAS, I believe this is a computed one. And that is the same logic that we apply here in our calculation. You can see here, it is total ad spend divided by the revenue that we have. This ratio will give us the platform spend. Because for this campaign, there is no revenue reported, because for this particular campaign, the conversion event was not purchase but add to cart. We only report conversion event where purchase is defined as the conversion event. Hence it is showing at 0, which you can also confirm here. You can see conversion cost for that particular one is coming 0, which is exactly what we see here. 23.75 conversion value is 0, which is what we see here. You may want to look at this ROAS calculation. I don't know how it is computed. If you can tell me the logic that you are using to compute this ROAS, perhaps we can incorporate that into our calculation as well. But the standard calculation is revenue versus spend. In this case, revenue is reported by platform. Now, this is called platform ROAS. We also have a revenue which is shown in the metric tab. I've opened that. Here, if you look at 3rd March, the revenue for individual channels is different than what is reported here, because this is ROAS overall for that particular channel. So that's the difference between this ROAS. This is a blended ROAS, which is an overall ROAS, including both the sources that are involved here. And then when you go to the dimensional break of this, you can see that ROAS by channel as well, split by channel as well. So here you can see the ROAS is 3 and 1. If I were to go to the time series view, which is the pure blended ROAS, you will see a different number, which is 3.73, which is a average of these numbers that you saw by the provider, by the ad set name, etc. So that's what the difference between the ROAS in the metric tab is. This is called purely blended ROAS, which you can then also split by different dimensions as listed here. Going back to the acquisition dashboard, so that's what ROAS calculation is. Again, if we continue the calculations and check against orders, CAC, impressions, click, and CPC, you will find all of them match exactly to reported by the ad platform itself. You can also select more columns as available here. Also, we have now enabled the ability to choose which columns you want, and once you select your preferences, this preference becomes persistent, and whenever you log in, you will always see only the columns that are relevant or important for you, not all columns by default. Similarly, I will go and switch over to Facebook as well to showcase how the numbers match. So in Facebook, we have 2 campaigns for this period. I'll go to Facebook. You can see here are 2 campaigns. The amount spent is 330.06 and 20.47, and 330. So it's off by around 10 cents, and this one is off by or 2 cents. So I believe that is an acceptable delta. These are less than 0.01%. And similarly, revenue also, you can see for the first one, the website purchase value is 1.7k, and that is exactly what we are reporting. For the other one, it is not assigned the conversion event as purchase, so we are not reporting that as a value here. Similar to what we were doing in Google, the platform ROAS is again the ratio between these two, so it is computed always, and you can see this should match with your actual ROAS as well. So 5.4, 5.4. For the other one, there is no revenue, so no ROAS. Hope this clarifies things for you. And similar to what I explained in campaigns, that same is applicable to ads, that same is applicable to landing pages as well. Again, I'm reiterating on the metric side. In the metric tab, whatever you're looking at is a pure blended output for these two platforms that are there. All of this is blended for the duration that you have selected here in individual numbers. You can always click into these and look at their individual outputs as well. For example, if I go to spend, and for that duration, this is the overall spend, which is this amount for that day. And then I can see this split between the ads that were running or the providers as well. That is what this view is for. Everything that you see in metric tab is always the blended output, and analyze tab gives you not only just that, it also gives you the ability to see by campaign, by ads, etc., and so on. Let me know if there is any further questions on this. Happy to do a quick call and go over all of this again. Thanks.